Hello everyone and welcome to episode 134 of the TEW 2020 New Japan Pro Wrestling Series here on the channel, as it is the final tour of 2027, the Real World Tag League, as 10 of some of the very best teams we have on the roster competing throughout a round-robin tournament for a chance to potentially battle it out for the IWGP Tag Team titles. Wrestle King, of course, if the champs win, it will be a champion's choice on who they will defend their belts against, but the 10 teams are as follows. Daniel Makabe, Jonathan Gresham, the former tag team champions, look to get back into that title picture with a big win here. Obviously, if they can beat the Gory Bastards and get maybe a rematch potentially down the line, that would be huge for them. As far as a team that is definitely a hell of a team, especially a tough team, and definitely a team you don't want to overlook just because of their size. They are still very, very talented. As Hiromu Takahashi and Ryu Lee, for the first time as far as they are a part of this tag league, because they were not in the 2026 one, from what I remember. Yeah, so the first time they have entered this tag league, and a phenomenal team that very much is looking to pave their way as far as being a IWGP Tag Team champion. Of course, Riley Lee already the New Japan Strong Openweight champion, so as far as from that perspective, we'll see how that plays out. They're also going to have Kingdom of Torture, of course, the New Japan Strong Openweight Tag Team champions, as King Devitt and Jay White. Devitt's return to a tag league, so we'll see how he does there. Juice Robinson and Alex Coughlin of Peace, Love, and War. Lucha Brothers, of course, of Task Force Death. Kurosuke Takeshita and Kenta of Diamond K, the champions, and the Gory Bastards of Jon Moxley and Pac. The Monstars of Keith Lee and Donovan Dijak. The Los Ingobernables de Japón team, Yota Tsuji and Shingo Takagi. I believe that's Yota Tsuji's first time in a tag league, because I believe last year was Sombra and Shingo, yeah, that's what I thought. So he's making his debut in the tag league. In the final team is Zack Sabre Jr. and Volter, which is obviously a team that in the past, has done really well in these tag leagues, but has never won it. They have finished, I thought they finished in the finals one year. Oh no, they haven't. That's crazy. I thought for sure they had. But as far as the previous champions and the previous ways of going about it, Lucha Brothers have won this before. Of course, Claudio Castagnoli and Shotaro Ashino not a part of this tournament, with them being, with Ashino being injured. No Order of Destruction because Tankman is back in rehab. Obviously Sombra's in the main event of Wrestle Kingdom, so he's not involved in this tag league. So hard to believe. You'd have to go back to 2024 to see as far as people that are involved in this tag league. Because obviously Tanahashi's the president now, so as far as the winners go, Naito's not involved. Both of these guys are retired. Obviously, the Bucks are no longer a part of New Japan. So, kind of wild. Kind of crazy to see how much has changed from 2020 into 2026. Obviously, it really started getting going around 2022 is when we started getting into the 90s there. And it's been that way ever since. Maybe we'll get another 99. We'll see. As far as that would be pretty awesome. But as far as that is the tag league, and we'll see as far as if we'll have Lucha Brothers winning for the second time, or will we have a team winning for the very first time. And so also for Daniel Makabe and Jonathan Gresham, maybe they get a chance to avenge that finals loss. Let's just get right into it. Day one, we're here. Oh god, they won us at the Antonio Inoki Super Arena. That's kind of crazy. I guess we did run the Nashville Stadium last year, and I bet, it's 100,000. So, that's right. I thought we capped it out at bigger than 100,000. So that'll work. 100,000 people for this tag league kickoff show. That's kind of crazy. Not gonna lie. As backstage incidents, a lot of them. Herman Hurst, though, entertained the locker room by organizing a poker tournament. As Ricky Horn brought from the wrestler's court, accused of not joining the rest of the locker room for a night out, as the judge Shinsuke Nakamura found him guilty and sentenced to buy drinks after the show. Satoshi Kojima passing on microphone work to Heiharu Tamura, and then Sonata passing on psychology tips to Kenji Shiga. So, I think for this first matchup here, as far as the opening contest, I think we're going to go with the trios match. And I think we're going to go with Claudio, Hook, and Yehai. Since Suzuki-gun's not represented in this tournament, which is a tough break for them. And I think we're going to have them take on the Astronauts and Kota Ibushi, which is, again, kind of crazy. The Astronauts don't get a spot, especially... I don't know who we would have gave their spot up to, because it was really between LIJ, them, and, like, having, like, a Claudio team with, like, Yehai or Hook, and it was tough. It was tough to really choose between those three, but we probably should have went with the Astronauts. They're a fun-ass team, especially because I believe, again, to go back to last year's tournament, they were not a part of it, so that they would be a first-time team, and it would have been probably smart to do that. Look at that, though. I mean, Zack Sabre Jr. and Volter, they've had 12 points past 2 years. They weren't in the 2024 one or the 2023 one. So as far as, because that was just Monster Rage, and there's the Bucks. So hard to believe. Now it would be 3 straight years. Maybe they'll finally break that 12th spot and get a win. Obviously, Nakajima, he's actually set for a title matchup at Wrestle Kingdom, so that's why he's not on. And obviously Tyler Black as well as a title matchup. So a lot of things happening. A lot of things. Of course, Nakamura not a part of as far as the Kingdom Strong Style, no longer a thing with Nakamura joining the team of Kingdom of Torture. As far as who's going to win this, now that's a good question. I think we're going to give... I think we're going to have Takuya Nomura beat Kota Ibushi. I think this will be a huge win for him. Ibushi's no spring chicken anymore. It'd probably be for the best to have him lose here. Be a big moment for him. I think this is the technical masterclass matchup. Oh no, it's the season show matchup. As Gresham and Makabe getting the win over Yota Tsuji and Shingo Takagi. That's a first time meeting as well. There's going to be a lot of first time meetings on this show. As far as... Man, I don't know what would be the tactical masterclass at least for. Let's see if it's this. Oh, it is. As Volter and Zack Sabre Jr. beating Konosuke Takeshita and Kenta. What a huge win. And yeah, first time meeting as far as 2v2. And a big win there. So that is massive. I think Hiromu and Ryu Lee against the Monstars team will go next. As Keith Lee and Donovan Dijak are going to beat Hiromu and Keith Lee, which Keith Lee is going to beat a former heavyweight champion in Hiromu Takahashi, so that's a huge win. Which Hiromu not very happy about that. Kingdom of Torture versus the Lucha Brothers could be the co-main. As Ray Phoenix and Pentagon Jr. beating the New Japan Strong Overweight Tag Team Champs there, with Ray Phoenix beating King Devitt, and then Juice and Coughlin against the Gory Bastards will be our main event, because I believe in that Gory Bastards team to have a good showing, as Mox is going to get the win too, so a nice win for the IWGP Tag Team Champions on this kickoff show. And yeah, that is the card. Let's run day one. The kickoff show as a 77 for the trios matchup. Abe and Takuya Nomura, best guys in the matchup. Just great to see. Abe was off his game. But also, too, for Fuminara Abe, he is also, as far as to look back at what Wrestle Kingdom is looking like, as far as with him, obviously, he has a chance to potentially be a champion as far as walking out of Wrestle Kingdom. We'll see if that will, in fact, happen. So that's also another reason why we didn't go with him in this tag league. But Takuya Nomura getting the pinfall victory over Hook with a Dragon Suplex in 1941. The 87 for United Empire in Kenta and Konosuke Takeshita. Yeah, that Konosuke Takeshita Kenta team has zero chemistry. Who would have thought? So, we know that now. That's tough to find out during a tag league. So there is that. But Zack Sabre Jr. and Volter, they were the better team. And kind of crazy. Kind of crazy that we just now found that out. As Yota Tsuji and Shingo Takagi losing to Jonathan Gresham and Daniel Makabe was the spike driver from Gresham over Yota Tsuji in 12 minutes. That gets an 80. It's an 83 for Hiromu and Ryu Lee against Donovan Dijak and Keith Lee. Tough break there, because Ryu Lee and Hiromu tremendous ratings, 93 and 92. Keith Lee with the power slam at 22-31, big win. Splats poor Hiromu with that power slam. 79 for the co-main. I know Jay White's got that injury, but I didn't think Devin and Ray Fenix will also be off their game, so just a pretty brutal performance there. But Ray Fenix gets the win after the package pile driver foot stomp combination there. And our main event in 84, Corey Bastards beating Juice Robinson and Alex Coughlin, with Moxley pinning Coughlin with the Death Rider. Great chemistry, from the tag champs, and they had a great performance. Everybody did pretty well, but Coughlin there. Moxley was off his game, though, but still, him and Juice did the same rating. Tough break. That would have been a little bit better had Moxley been on his game, but just, tough break about Konosuke Takeshita and Kenta not having chemistry. That is a big, big tough moment, for sure. Definitely want to put over Hiromu. And then we'll probably put over Zack Sabre Jr. and Pac. So that's the kickoff show in the books. We'll take a look at the standings after day 4 for the first time, as on to day 2 we go. Alrighty, day 2. We actually added the 6th match, the opening contest, to this pre-show list. So, or pre-booked list, rather, excuse me, as, it makes things a little easier for this day, as Tetsuya Kojima passing on tips on microphone work to his protege Heiharu Tamura, and then Tomohiro Ishii passing on microphone work to Tomoya Tom Ford. Since we had to do a strong taping the day before, we had time to do that. As the opening contest, House of Black Desires Perfection, of course, we're going to see the Junior Heavyweight Tag Team titles on the line on the finals of the Tag League, as it's going to be the Velocities versus the House of Black team. And Desires of Perfection here are going to get the win as the trios matchup with Baroni Yamamura beating Darius Martin. Also, the Astronauts. I talked about Funoe Abe on the first day, how he's going to have a title match at Wrestle Kingdom. That is definitely not happening. I don't know what I was thinking, as far as he's going to be in the Never Openweight 6-man tag team title little gauntlet match. So I guess technically he will be in a title match, but that's not going to be, of course, at Wrestle Kingdom. That's going to be at New Year's Dash. So he definitely could have been on this tour, him and Takuya Nomura. The Kingdom of Torture versus United Empire, as Jay White's going to beat Volter. So what a win for the Kingdom of Torture, beating a team like Volter and Zack Sabre Jr. That is huge. Of course, Technical Masterclass matchup, that kind of plays into the Kingdom of Torture strengths more so than anything. Yota Tsuchi going to get the win for the Los Ingobernables de Japón team. So he's going to beat Donovan Dijak. So that is another point there. May, as, that'll obviously go there. So Konosuke Takeshita and Kenta against Juice Robinson and Alex Coughlin, which Konosuke Takeshita is going to beat Juice, but now we know that they have terrible chemistry, awful chemistry, actually, to be exact, with Konosuke Takeshita and Kenta, so I'm sure that matchup is not going to go as well as I would have hoped. But this is a hell of a co-main, the Lucha Brothers versus Hiromu and Ryu Lee, as Ryu Lee's going to be Pentagon Jr. This is a fun-ass match. We've never done it before as far as 2v2-wise. This could be a main event on any other tour day, but the Gory Bastards versus Daniel Makabe and Jonathan Gresham, a rematch, of course, from the Power Struggle show back in November, which saw the Gory Bastards beat Makabe and Gresham. Here, it's going to be a time limit draw. They need more than 30, as far as from that regard. And that is the show. We'll just pick a little venue here. We're good to go. If we can find one that we haven't ran. Oh, there we go. Kyushu. That will work. 5,000 seater. Perfect. Kagoshima Arena. Let's run it. As an 81 for the trios match. A pretty good little opener here. As Paris de Silva, Baroni Yamamura, and Dante Martin all in the 70s there. Darius Martin, worst guy in the match, so he takes the loss. It's a good match, though. The moonsault press from Baroni Yamamura in 20 minutes. 79 for the Kingdom of Torture in United Empire. Again, Jay White's injury. Zack Sabre Jr. was really off his game, too. So this is a bit of a wash as far as from that regard. We probably could have had Devitt beat Volter, I guess. But, yeah, because Volter, it's weird that he's not great technically in this mod, because he definitely is a great technical wrestler. Just because he's so goddamn big doesn't mean anything as far as... now he's obviously... lost a lot of weight, but, like, this is, technically the save started when he was still big motherfucker Volter, but I would still even say then he was still technically very, very skilled. He just would rather beat the fuck out of people. But yeah, Jay White getting the win with the Blade Runner. And Yota Tsuji pinning Donovan Dijak with the spear. It's a good win. Yota Tsuji did outperform Dijak, so glad that happened. It was an upset, but it was a slight one, at least respectable in a way. It was a decent little matchup. And 77 for Kenta and Konosuke Takeshita against Juice and Coughlin. They were the better team, was Juice and Coughlin. That's going to happen a lot, I'm sure, during this tournament. That really just is throwing this whole tournament out of whack with them not being able to have good matches. Because that probably would have been a pretty good match, obviously, if the ratings were not skewed. And that's the way it goes. 91, though, for the co-main event. It's Hiromu and Ryu Lee beating the Lucha Brothers team. Hell of a match. Can't believe Ryu Lee and Hiromu got outperformed, but they do have excellent chemistry, though. Those Ray Phoenix and Pentagon Jr. As what an upset, though, and what a win for Ryu Lee beating Pentagon Jr. in 87 for our main event. Pac and Moxley and Jonathan Gresham and Daniel Makabe going the distance. Makabe at least, he outperformed everybody, but Moxley outperformed Gresham by 2 points, so they were the better team, was the Glory Bastards, but a little draw there for the former champs and the current champs in the rematch. Looks like we'll have to have a third matchup between those two teams. But in 87 for the show, it's kind of funny the tour show did better than the actual kickoff show that had 100,000 people on it, or in attendance, rather. But, yeah, as far as day 2, much better. We'll see what day 3 brings. Alrighty, day 3. It's a backstage incident to Marishi again. Bicycle microphone work to Tomoya Tom Ford. As, I think for day 3 here, I think we're going to have a Young Lion match. I think that'd be a good idea. Get those guys on the card. I think we're going to use Kato Crusher for this. Maybe Levi Meir? Yeah, actually, yeah, we'll go with that. Let's see. Yeah, we haven't... Moroka Takato hasn't been used in about a month, so... Be a good call. We could probably make this a technical masterclass matchup if we really wanted to, but... It's going to make it 10 minutes. Meir getting the win. Alrighty. So, our technical masterclass matchup is probably this. Oh, it's not. It's a 29-minute matchup with the United Empire of Makabe and Gresham losing to Kenta and Konosuke Takeshita. Tough break there. As we'll keep it rolling, though, in case... I'm assuming this will now be the technical masterclass matchup. No, that's not either. It's Falter and Zack Sabre beating Hiromu and Ryu Lee, with Falter getting the win over Hiromu Takahashi, getting a win over a former heavyweight champion there. And that matchup is going to be really, really fun to see. This is probably the Steelers Show match. Yeah. At least we got that right. Ray Phoenix, Pentagon Jr. beating Keith Lee and Donovan Dijak, with Ray Phoenix beating Keith Lee with a huge win for them. Beat a big heavyweight team like that. Technical masterclass, is it this? No, it's not. Pac and Jon Moxley getting the win over Yota Tsuji and Shingo Takagi, with Pac beating Tsuji. Yeah, we'll probably put it after. Actually, probably put it there. Probably be for the best. So this must be the technical masterclass matchup. It is Peace, Love, and War of Juice Robinson and Alex Coughlin against Kingdom of Torture of Jay White and King Devitt, with White beating Juice Robinson. What a win for the Kingdom of Torture. As I think Jay White has a couple more days left, yeah, until he's 100%. But he's almost there. He's getting there. Slowly but surely. As we'll run, forget where. We just ran Kyushu, so yeah, we can run either Shigoku or we can run. Yeah, I think we'll actually run Toku as, yeah, let's see, Iwati, Perfectional Gym, that seems to be where we run usually, so let's do that. And let's run the show. Yeah, for day 3, it's a 63 for Levi Meir and Moroka Takato. Meir gets the win in 10:30. 71 for Juice and Coughlin against Devitt and Jay White. Not a bad little matchup, actually, as Jay White gets the win to Blade Runner. Even though Jay White was the worst guy in the match, obviously this would be a little bit better had he be healthy, but we'll take it. It's an 80 for Dijak and Lee against Pentagon Jr. and Ray Phoenix. Ray Phoenix isn't getting the one. What a package pile driver, you know. The fear factor from Pentagon Jr. on Keith Lee. That's a big motherfucker to be picking up like that. I was probably thinking more on the lines of the finish being maybe like a fun little, Pentagon Jr. has Ray Phoenix on his shoulders and does a Meteora type of thing. Just for the added thrill of it all. But we could also maybe Pentagon Jr. sweeps the leg as Ray Phoenix is up top Meteora with the sweep of the leg to really help dial in. That'd actually be a fun finish. Somebody should probably steal that because that would be pretty sick. As Ray Phoenix getting the win though in 11:28, and wow, Konosuke Takeshita now gets injured. We have a ligament sprain here. We might have been bailed out, actually, because now we could potentially have Kota Umeda come in as Konosuke Takeshita gets the win with a javelin kick, but at what cost? That is tough. We get our first injury of the tournament, and it was Daniel Makabe accosted. And 78 here for the tag champs against Yota Tsuji and Shingo. Boy, Shingo and Shingo with a 55. That is pretty abysmal, but pockets win the Shooting Star Press. In 20 minutes, and then 89 for our main event. Falter, Zack Sabre Jr. beating the Ryu Lee Hiromu team. What a win for Falter, and what a win for Zack Sabre Jr. as well. What a great team they are, of course, and they beat another great team in Hiromu and Ryu Lee. I don't know why Hiromu had a 75 there, but we had another good little show. Thanks to that main event. It's on to day 4. We go. Alrighty, day 4. As we backstage incidents, we got a couple of them. As J.S. Hayes brought from Wrestler's Court, accused of not joining the rest of the locker room for a night out, as the judge, Shinsuke Nakamura, found him guilty and sentenced by drinks forever after the show. As Tanahashi and Shobo Takebo, Tanahashi passing on tips on selling to his protege Shobo Takebo, and Nagata passing on psychology tips to the Great Okan. As our main events, we'll change it up a little bit. So yeah, Takeshita's out, Cody Maid's in. We'll see how they do against the Glory Bastards. Why not have that be the main event? Mox is going to get the win, though. He's going to beat Kenta. As we didn't change the finish there. They were already going to beat him, so that's a big win for the tag champs. Kingdom of Torture versus United Empire Technical Masterclass matchup as Makabe is going to beat Devitt in that one. So nice win over the New Japan Strong Openweight Tag Champs. Ryu Lee and Hiromu beating Alex Coughlin and Juice Robinson. Ryu Lee beating Coughlin. I'm assuming the... I'm not sure what will be the Steelers show matchup. I'm going to guess this one. No. Zack Sabre Jr. gets the win, though, over Dijak. So that's a good win for the United Empire team. A clean sweep today for United Empire. Then the Lucha Brothers beating Yota Tsuji and Shingo Takagi, with Pentagon Jr. beating Shingo, which, of course, that's the Steal the Show matchup. As the standings here after 4 nights of action. So we see... the Glory Bastards are in the lead with 7. Haven't lost yet. They have the draw, but still ahead. And, of course, beating a team that's in 4th with Umeda and Kenta. That is huge. Lucha Brothers jump up to 6. United Empire jump up to 6. So right now, that's kind of the top 3 teams. Kingdom of Torture, of course, stays at 4. Hiromu and Ryu Lee jump up to 4, though. And Makabe and Gresham actually jump up to 5. So it's going to be interesting to see how they do with... as far as trying to be in the same ballpark, they're still like a match behind with the loss, but it's definitely going to help them out a lot. It's kind of crazy Juice and Coughlin haven't gotten a win yet. Figured everybody would have a win by now, especially with Yota Tsuji and Shingo getting the win. But that is the tournament, at least so far. Obviously, so much to be had still, but that's where we're at. As, man, I'm torn on... what I want the opener to be. I think I'm going to have a Lioness match. So we'll see which one if we're going to have Midori. Yeah, Midori has wrestled the most recent, so we'll go with her. Yeah, I think we're going to go Konami. Yeah, I think that's the play. So I think they haven't had a match before, yeah, so we're good to go there. Fresh matchup. Konami gonna get a win. We'll pick our venue. We'll be good to go for day 4. See, I think we've aspirated our options. Oh no, we could still run here, but I think we're gonna go Shigoku for this one. Yeah, we can. Oh, the Takamatsu City Gymnasium. That'll work for us. Perfect. All right, day 4. So Konami gets the win over Akimi Nishimura. Tough break though, and it being a bit of an abysmal opener. Because now, as far as she gets the win with the cross armbar, but that's now going to cause this match to not really go over so well. But it's still a 72 at least, as Makabe gets the win with the Makabe lock over Devitt. As Jay White now 100% healthy. Still not really a great performance from him. We'll see how he does in the next day. But Makabe lock from Makabe over Devitt. Best guy beats the worst guy. So it just makes sense there. 78 for the Lucha Brothers versus Shingo Takagi and Yota Tsuji. Great win for the Lucha Brothers there with the cross armbar from Pentagon Jr. now. So 2 armbars on the same card as the finish. It's got the crowd buzzing too. So Hiromu and Ryu Lee beating Juice and Coughlin. So Ryu Lee gets the win over Alex Coughlin 23-40. Nice little 77 there. Yeah, 76 for the Monstars team versus United Empire. Zack Sabre Jr. getting submission victory. Yeah, Dijak, worst guy in the match, in the 50s. Not great. Not great at all, but a great win, though, for the United Empire team. And at 83 for our main event, it's Moxley and Pac beating the Kenta Kota Yamada team. As, Kenta's the worst guy in the matchup, takes the loss to the Death Rider. It's a good match. Yamada and Pac, or Yamada, rather, and Moxley were almost on the same level, but obviously Pac, a whole 19 points better than Kenta. It's a good match for the tag champs. It's a good win, but it's our first non-85 plus match, or show rather, since day 1. So we kind of break that streak, but it's the way she goes, unfortunately. It was close though. At least it was an 83 main event. So now on to day 5. We go. Alrighty, day 5 of the Real World Tag League. A backstage incident again. Tomohiro Ishii passing on microphone work to Tomoya Tom Ford. As we will run, let's see, I think we're going to go women's tag match for this one. So, yeah, we haven't used Saori and Saya Kamatani in a hot minute. I think we're going to go with... So the Jamie Hayter Statlander team, I believe, has great chemistry. So there is that. Oh, we have some new Lionesses. How about that? Oh, wow, she's really good. Wow. Sure, we'll have them actually take on Kamatani, Saori. Hopefully, are they over enough? Okay, thank God. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, and Hitomi Okamura, rather? Jesus. Wow, we have 4 of them. That's kind of wild. Yeah, oh my God, there's more. We have like 6 of them. What in the world is going on? I mean, our roster just damn near doubled because of that. Oh, there's another one. Jesus. We know that Izumi is the best. Or no, not Izumi. Here we go, Isako. See if we can get a second best. Hitomi is pretty solid, technically. Yeah, we'll go with that. Only a 10-minute matchup. Saori getting a win. We'll have to do a lot of pictures, looks like. But Makabe and Gresham against Hiromu and Ryu Lee. The Tactical Masterclass matchup is Makabe is going to beat Ryu Lee. A rematch here, actually. One of the rare rematches we'll see during this tournament, as Ryu Lee and Hiromu beat him during the New Beginning show in the U.S. As, Makabe is going to beat Ryu Lee. Then Juice and Coughlin getting the win over Keith Lee and Donovan Dijak, as Coughlin's going to beat Keith Lee, so they finally get a win. Good for them. There we go. Had to rearrange that order. Gory Bastards in the Kingdom of Torture. Champions versus champions. And Jay White beats Jon Moxley. The New Japan Strong Openweight champs beat the tag team champs. That is a massive, massive victory. What a win. As Konosuke Takeshita and Kenta against Shingo Takagi and Yota Tsuji. Konosuke Takeshita beating Yota Tsuji. This is the show matchup. Oh, yeah, we forgot to change Cody Umeda. I thought I changed all the Umeda matches, but you know, it's still the same here. Yeah, just Umeda getting the win there. Perfect. And then United Empire versus the Lucha Brothers, which is a hell of a matchup. And Pentagon Jr. beats Zack Sabre Jr. What a win for the Lucha Brothers. So at least Task Force Death does not get swept, but not the greatest of performances, unfortunately, for them. I think we're going to swap that out, and we should be good to go. Yeah, we just did. The booking's a little bit fucked up, but we got it. As far as, yeah, was it, yeah, Shigoku. Yeah, 5,000 people. Oh, then we got the 4,750 for the Hiroshima Green Arena. And we're good to go. So we can run this show here for day 5. Not bad for the two young lionesses as far as 25 and 27. Saroi and Sayaka Matani getting the win. Saroi with the Fisherman Suplex. 49, though. Not a great performance as far as from the matchup. Because now this gets hurt off of that, because this should have been a really good matchup, actually. It's Makabe submitting Ryu Lee with the Makabe lock. Big win and a big rematch win for them, almost a year in the making. As Makabe and Gresham, big 2 points, being Roman and Ryu Lee. Cody Umeda pinning Yota Tsuji with a Fisherman Buster. Great win for Kenta and Umeda, beating the LIJ team, both LIJ members. I mean, Yota Tsuji's almost in the 70s, though, so he's still getting pretty solid ratings there out of him. As Juice and Coughlin beating Keith Lee and Donovan Dijak, as Coughlin beats Keith Lee with a deadlift German suplex. That is very impressive. That's a hell of a finish to deadlift German suplex Keith Lee. That is a big fucking guy to be doing that too. As United Empire losing to the Lucha Brothers here. Cross armbar from Pentagon Jr. over Zack Sabre Jr. A submission victory over Zack Sabre Jr. is massive. They were the better team, Zack Sabre Jr. and Walter, but an upset nonetheless. And speaking of upsets, though, the New Japan Strong Openweight Tag Team Champs beat the IWGP Tag Team Champions. The Kingdom of Torture beat Moxley and Pac for their first loss of the tournament. That is big tough. Blade Runner, though, from Jay White over Moxley. Big win. Big win. A close performance between Moxley and Jay White, but obviously Pac was much better than Devitt. Hell of a matchup. A hell of a matchup. Kind of crazy that show was only an 80, because that should have been a really good show, but a bad opener. Just kind of swung that out of whack a little bit. And it's on to day 6. Away you go. Alrighty, day 6, as we have our pre-show matchup, or pre-show, we have our opening contest, rather, added to the pre-booking page. Satoshi Kojima passing on microphone work to Heiharu Tamura, and Sanada passing on selling tips to Kenji Shiga. As the opening match of Futa Nakamura and Leona Fujinami returning off of injury, taking on the new wave strong style team of Yu Iizuka and Yuto Nakashima, which that'll be a win for Futa Nakamura and Leona Fujinami there. As I think we're going to have the main event be this Hiromu Ryu Lee Gory Bastards matchup, which is a hell of a matchup. Unfortunately for the Bomb Squad, they're going to lose here, as Pac's going to get the win, so a little one back for the IWGP Tag Team Champions there after losing to the Kingdom of Torture, which, speaking of, we'll have them take on Kenta and Cody Umeda, which they'll get the win. Kenta's going to beat Devitt in that one. So we still need our Technical Masterclass to steal the show matchup. I'm assuming this is the Technical Masterclass matchup? Yeah, Walter beating Shingo. Actually, let's have that be a regular match. Still give it 20 minutes. But we'll have it be, this will be the Technical Masterclass now. Change it up a little bit. And that will open up, I'm assuming, the Lucha Brothers versus Juice and Coughlin, which, what a win here for Juice Robinson and Alex Coughlin, as Juice beats Pentagon Jr., beating the Lucha Brothers there. That is massive. We'll actually put that because they're going to beat them. They're in the middle. And the Monstars against the Daniel Makabe, Jonathan Gresham team, which Keith Lee is going to beat Jonathan Gresham. Just Gresham too small in there against some big-ass heavyweights, and it cost him in that one. Yeah, we'll have that be the second match on the card. We're good to go from there. As now we're just going to find, okay, we're back to Kansai. Oh, and we can run Chubu, but yeah, we haven't ran Kansai yet, so we'll do that. 5,000 people. Baycom Gymnasium it is for day 6 Let's run it. As Futa Nakamura, Leona Fujinami beating Iizuka and Nakashima. As, yeah, they were the much better team. Leona Fujinami and Futa Nakamura were. Great stuff here is Nakamura with a spear in 20 minutes. So that was a 65 and 80 for the Monstars team versus Gresham and Makabe. Nice little win for Keith Lee and Dijak. As a power slam from Keith Lee over Gresham in 11:34. That was an 80. 75 for Volter and Zack Sabre Jr. against Shingo and Yota Tsuji. Volter with a burning lariat over Shingo Takagi in 2025. Beating the LIJ team at 89. Wow, from the Lucha Brothers against Alex Coughlin and Juice Robinson. Great performance from Juice here. Kind of crazy Pentagon Jr. is the best of the two right now. Out of the chemistry-wise, I'm not sure what's going on with Ray Fenix. Is he declining physically already? No, I'm just inconsistency. All right. What a match, though, in 89. That's one of the best matches we've seen, especially from this tour. With an 89, that is pretty impressive, actually, for a tour show. As Kota Umeda and Kenta beating the Kingdom of Torture team of course, Devitt and Jay White, as Kenta with the Go to Sleep, over King Devitt in 26:06. Umeda with an 80, 75 for Jay White. Good shit. Good shit there. It's a 94, though. My gosh, for the main event. It's the Gory Bastards beating Hiromu Takahashi and Ryu Lee. As Pac with the 630 over Hiromu. That is crazy. What a win. What a performance. Moxley was off his game, which that hurt the matchup overall. But it was a bit of an upset, for sure. But actually, I think it was dead even, looking at the ratings. So yeah, could have went either way. Hell of a match, though. A 94. 89 as well. Task Force Death team, the stable that is Task Force Death. They are pretty much high rolling right now. And the 91 is a great show rating, especially for a tour show again. That is day 6 in the books. As we'll take a look at the standings after day 8, so we still got a couple more days left. Of course, we only just have a couple more days left out of the tournament itself. Just have days 7, 8, and 9. And so on to day 7 we go. Alrighty, day 7 of the Tag League is Hiromu and Ichihara Machizuki, as far as Hiromu passing on selling tips to his protege there. As our main event, it's a tough one. It's a lot of good options. Obviously Makabe and Gresham and the Lucha Brothers is probably at the top of that list, and Gresham's going to get the win too, so what a win for Gresham and Makabe beating the Lucha Brothers. They have had a couple of tag team battles, of course, during the Tag League finals. They had an IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team title matchup, which is the only time Makabe and Gresham have beaten them in a 2v2 setting. Hard to believe. The first ever matchup was in 2021, and here in 2027 having another matchup. Their last matchup, though, it's been a while. 2025, Wrestle Dynasty, which was for the New Japan Strong Openweight Tag Team titles. Kind of crazy. There's been 3 title changes during this this rivalry. Might even be a potential 4th one if any team can win the IWGP Tag Team titles. I'm sure we can make that happen. It's Juice and Coughlin against the United Empire. It's Volter beating Juice Robinson, so what a win there for United Empire. Tsuji and Shingo taking on Kingdom of Torture. What a win for the Los Ingobernables de Japón team. Shingo Takagi beating King Devitt. Yeah, King Devitt a little unhappy about that. But a crazy upset, though. And then Jon Moxley and Pac beating the Monstars. Moxley beating Dijak there in 22 minutes. IWGP Tag Team Champs pull away with that one. Yeah, we'll swap that out. And then Kota Umeda and Kenta against Hiromu and Ryu Lee, which Kenta losing to Hiromu here. Nice win for the Bomb Squad. I think that's going to be the co-main. And now for the opening contest. I think we're going to go with a Young Lion match. Let's use Machizuki, since we just saw him. As far as passing over some tips there. Yeah, we'll go Cedric Alexander. Cedric will be getting the win. 10-minute matchup, of course. Let's see what the match history, if they've done this before. No. Figure we hadn't. Yeah, we can go to Chubu. Day 7. Yeah, I'm not sure if we're going to run the final show. I do have to kind of be wary of that. So, I don't know, maybe we'll run the final show in Chubu. That's not a terrible idea, actually. So, yeah, because I don't think we're going to run Hokuto. We just run the Sapporo Dome back in December, so... Well, back in December. We're still in December. Back at the end of November going into December. So, we're on the Hokuto Arena here for day 7. Oof! 68. That's crazy. Alexander was really off his game, so that hurt the match. Cedric gets the one with the overtime, though, at 9:32. So now that will hurt this. An upset, though. Upset win for Yota Tsuji and Shingo Takagi, as Shingo was the last of the Dragon in 20 minutes over King Devitt. Huge win. Yota Tsuji did have the same rating as King Devitt, but yeah, Shingo just way off compared to Jay White, which is funny, because obviously they had the first ever G1 finals here in the save. Zack Sabre Jr. and Walter beating Coughlin and Juice. United Empire getting the win in 10:32. Nice win for the United Empire team. 83 for Pac and Moxley against Dijak and Lee. The Death Rider from Jon Moxley over Dijak in 21:40. Good win from the tag team champs. And a hell of a co-main here between Kota Umeda and Kenta of Diamond K taking on Ryu Lee and Hiromu Takahashi. Hiromu with a time bomb over Kenta in 27:25. Big 2 points for them, and a 83 for the main event. That's kind of crazy. It was only an 83 as Gresham with the Octopus stretch over Ray Fenix. There we go, Ray Fenix outperforms Pentagon Jr. there. Pretty great matchup. 4 guys over 80 on the rating scale. Just not enough, unfortunately, to make it an 85-plus matchup, but I really like that show. Hell of an upset on the kind of mid-card, undercard section, and some great, co-mains and mains, and even the Gory Bastards and Monstars match did good. So that was good stuff. Alright, so day 8, we just have 2 more shows left. We'll see who will be in the finals going into day 9 after we run the show. We'll take a look at the standings. After we add all the matches, we'll look at the standings and kind of see where everybody's at. So yeah, on to day 8 we go. Alrighty, day 8, as we have our pre-show, or I did it again. We have pre-booked the opening matchup, as it is Julia with her Donna Del Mondo team against the 4 Horsewomen, as Julia is going to beat BB Crawford. Now, the one thing about Julia now is we have her full time. So, I think Donna Del Mondo is going to get as far as a lot more, as far as being able to have their leader here now full time instead of having to have her be loaned in every now and again. Which, it's been a while since we've even been able to get her loaned in here, because I wanted to wait and make sure that we were able to sign her. Let's just take a look. It's probably been at least a year or so, yeah. Since the Tag League of Day 3. It's the last time we saw her. So it's been a year. And a big return, helping out her Donna Del Mondo teammates here. As Athena and Saletta will get a women's title matchup. As, as far as, so, big surprise there for Julia. Make a return in beating BB Crawford. So our opening contest, though, United Empire. And, United Empire. We're seeing a finish, though. Walter's going to beat Jonathan Gresham in 23 minutes, so it's not going to be the Technical Masterclass matchup. I thought it was going to be, but they've had a couple. I think they've had 1 tag match against each other. Yeah. Which, of course, was Sakura Genesis earlier this year. Makabe and Gresham won to win the IWGP Tag Team titles. Oh, no, they've had 2 matches. Yeah, about to say they had the Dominion one in 2025, or 2026, rather, excuse me. So, they are 1-1, so the trilogy matchup there. 23 minutes is a little too short, though, I think. Because I think I want that to be the main event. Because, it's tough. Because we're going to have a time limit draw here between the Lucha Brothers and the Gory Bastards. And that is a very, very telling draw. Obviously, the Gory Bastards already had a draw. So that's going to really shake things up. With them now being back to even. The Bomb Squad against Riley, or the Bomb Squad, rather, of Riley and Hiromu Takahashi taking on the Kingdom of Torture. So Riley's going to beat Jay White. So nice win there, beating the New Japan Strong Openweight Tag Team Champions. And I'm assuming this is the Steal of the Show match. Yep, Coughlin's going to beat Yota Tsuji there. So nice win for the Peace, Love, and War team. And then our final matchup to add, Monstars versus Umeda and Kenta, which, what a win for Dijak, beating Kota Umeda in 20 minutes. That is a huge victory for the Monstars. And we'll put that there in the middle. So, the standings. Now the Glory Bastards are going to have 12. They're going to be tied with the United Empire. Makabe and Gresham stay at 9. Lucha Brothers jump up to 9. And Umeda and Kenta stay at 8. So, basically, the finals have already been decided because of that. As far as that draw and the win for United Empire. Now going to be United Empire, Zack Sabre Jr. and Volter taking on the Glory Bastards of Pac and John Moxley. So that is a huge victory, though, nonetheless. And we'll see how it plays out as far as the finals. Even though we still have Day 9 to run, we already know what the finals are going to look like, though. Oh, we could run Kanto, but again, we know we're going to run Wrestle Kingdom there, so I'm going to hold that off as well. And I was wanting to run Chubu. I guess I could see. When was the last? Yeah, we haven't ran there in a hot minute. Where's what? Yeah, we kicked off at Kanto. So where's Day 2 at? Okay, so Kyushu. We'll just run that twice. Yeah, because I mean we could run the Kagoshima Arena. It'd be a little under capacity. Thought we had a 3,000. Yeah, we do have the Beibu B Palm Plaza. We'll run that instead. So 75 though for the women's trios match. Julia, Athena, and Saletta getting the win. As Ashley Fair was the worst woman in the matchup. She was really off her game, but I think the title matchup that's going to be on the final show, though, I think it's going to go over actually pretty well. It's Julia with a diving crossbody over BB Crawford in 2026. 75 here for Ryu Lee, pinning Jay White. As what a win, though, for Romu and Ryu Lee. Defeating the Kingdom of Torture. Big win for Hiromu and Ryu Lee. And, of course, beating a current champions. They'll have a potential tag team title matchup on the horizon now. They had Devitt, worst guy in the match. Probably should have lost instead of Jay White, but it is what it is. It's Juice and Coughlin beating Shingo and Tsuji. Coughlin was really off his game. He got outperformed by both Shingo and Yota Tsuji because of that. So that's tough. But a fun little matchup, though. 74, we'll take it. We'll take it. Oh, damn. High ankle sprain for Kenta. Diamond K just cursed with injuries right now. It's a dijection for Dijak over Cody Umeda. Probably should have had Kenta lose, but that's alright. It was fun to have them be involved in the finish. Keith Lee, though, was 72. That's actually pretty impressive. See that rating. Especially in 2027. So our co-main event, United Empire beating the another United Empire team as Makabe and Gresham losing to Zack Sabre Jr. and Volter. Very close, though. But the Volter Zack Sabre Jr. team just barely outperformed them. Volter pins Gresham as well. 28-20 in our time limit draw. The Lucha Brothers and the Glory Bastards. 30 minutes. Needed a little bit more time there. So their second draw of the tournament. They've had a hell of a tournament, though. You know, they've only lost really one time. Which is kind of crazy. I think they have rarely lost. It's been a hell of a run. And they still got one more day left. So on to Day 9. We go. Alrighty, Day 9, the final tour show. Data Corey Austin, entertained in the locker room by organizing a Porku tournament, and Satoshi Kojima, passing on tips on microphone work to Heiharu Tamura. So, our main event is, funny enough, the Tag League Finals that will be happening, as Pac's going to beat Zack Sabre Jr. Now, what's so important about this is after the match, as we're just going to have a big post-show thing, but it's after the match, is Pac and Moxley, you know, trying to celebrate their win, right after the 3 count, you know, big hand raise for Pac. Volter from behind with a chair. Back of the head. He's not done, though. As Volter is, so Zach's down. He's the one who takes the pin, right? 6:30 or, you know, Black Arrow, whatever it will be that Pac wins. After the, you know, as far as after the 1, 2, 3, Volter, chair, you know, as far back of the head. But also, the United Empire is ringside. You know, as far as we see Jarvis, we're going to see Alexander, and they are, and also for them, they are there to make sure the Lucha Brothers don't show up to stop what Volter has planned for, and that is, as far as I'm trying to think what I should put, if it should be on Menace, if it should be... So I'm trying to think what technically what this would be under, if it should be under Fighting. I guess we'll just keep it at Menace, because I really... And then obviously Selling. So chair, the back of the head, but also, he's not done though, he Pillmanizes Pac. He's got the, puts the chair on the ankle, jumps off the middle rope, and, writhing in pain, obviously, is Pac here, and, they might have won tonight, but they are now at a huge compromise of both, Moxley and Pac. Moxley managed to do this basically 2-on-1 at this rate. Just a brutal display for Volter. As, we'll just put jumps off the second onto Pac's ankle wrapped in a chair. Perfect. I could probably just put Pillmanized, but that's alright. As we'll keep it like that. So even though as far as Volter and Zack Sabre Jr., they will technically not have as many points going into the final matchup, they will in fact have a great chance now if Pac is seriously injured. 2 chair shots, especially the one coming off the top. That's going to be brutal. That's going to be a tough ordeal for them to go through. As Makabe and Gresham against Juice and Coughlin, as Makabe and Gresham will get the win there. Kingdom of Torture versus the Monstars. Jay White going to beat Keith Lee, so what a win for the New Japan Strong Openweight champs. Diamond K and Lucha Brothers. So this, I didn't pick a finish for yet, because I wanted to see how it was going to play out. Now that Kenta's got the high ankle sprain, we're going to cut this down a little bit. I think we should probably have it be a tactical masterclass, actually. And we're going to have Pentagon Jr. beat Kenta. There we go. And then Yota Tsuji and Shingo against Hiromu and Ryu Lee, as Hiromu's going to beat Shingo. There's a former LIJ brethren beating as far as the former brethren's there in LIJ, but now obviously Hiromu's doing his own thing. So for the final show, basically what we have in store is we'll click on Ryu Lee, because Ryu Lee, we're going to have him defend his New Japan Strong Openweight title against Daniel Makabe. The reason why is Makabe was the only guy who beat him during this tournament, because all these other losses, like the Gory Bastards and United Empire and the Monstars, was on Hiromu. So Riley was booked pretty strong, but he did lose one time, and I feel like that's a great way to having Makabe be on that final show as well. So that's happening. Of course, the Women's Strong Openweight Tag Team title matchup. We're also going to have a New Japan Strong Openweight Tag Team title matchup with the Kingdom of Torture taking on the Lucha Brothers, since the Lucha Brothers were the first team to beat them. And, but this is now shaping up as far as the Tag League Finals. If the Gory Bastards win, they get a chance to pick whoever they want as their challengers, or if United Empire win, we'll have a trilogy in about a month, as, that's going to be pretty crazy, as it all comes down to that finals, though, and how it dictates, as far as from that performance. Not exactly sure what else is going to be on the card, because right now I believe we have 6 matches? Yeah, we have 5 matches on the card right now, all title matches, obviously. Oh, yeah, and the Velocities, Robbie Eagles, Dante Martin match. I knew there was one match we forgot to talk about. Well, we did build up to it a little bit during the tournament, so, that's the 5 title matches. We'll obviously have 8 matches on the final show. We won't be booking it. Like, you won't be seeing, like, the booking stuff. We'll just run it as, that seems to be kind of the best way of going about it. We book kind of the tour, and then we run the final show. But, yeah, we do have to add one match to this. I was thinking a singles match, but I don't know, though. I think we have a couple of new Young Lion male members of the roster, but they're not really great from what I've seen. I'll take a look. Because, yeah, we might even just use some of the old ones. Because I know, like, the Nampo... Actually, Nampo's pretty good. Nataka, I believe, is how you pronounce that? Nampo Nataka? That's a unique name, though. Taisuke Kato. And yeah, there's Masahiro Sokoda. Masaru? Yeah, but never mind. Masaru Sokoda as well. Oh no, we'll use Kikau. Yeah, Kikau? Yambi? As I think it's pronounced that. Trying to think if there's any more. I think that's it. The new class. Oh yeah, there's Takuya Omani, but he's not really all that good. Oh, Yoshihiro Ichigawa is pretty solid though, so we'll use him. Yoshino Ichigawa. Alrighty. So the Young Lions, and they'll be taking on the. That's a good question. I'm trying to think who hasn't really been used a whole lot. I don't want to use Blast Off again. We might use the Bomb Squad. Yeah, we might use Rush. Actually, yeah, Niro, Kurashio, and Kawato. Yeah, that'll work. That 10-minute matchup, Rush gonna get the win. We want Rush to look strong, so we'll have him be dominant. And that is the tag league. It's all set. Definitely not running Kanto. Or, yeah, definitely not running Jubu either. So now we gotta go to day 3. Here we go. Is Toko at? So 5,000. Iwate Prefectural Gym it is. Actually, no. Let's run the Nisei's arenas for 4,000 people. That makes a lot more sense to just sell it out. Here we go. It's 53 for the opening matchup. 25, 24, and 21 for the new Young Lions. And Nampa was off his game, so there's that. But obviously, much better performance from the Rush team. Alonza there from Rush. As he beat the best one, too, Yoshino. Probably should have picked somebody else to lose. Probably should have picked an actual loser in that one. As Ray Phoenix, Pentagon Jr. beating Cody Umeda in Kenta. It's cross armbar from Pentagon Jr. in 20 minutes. Big win for the Lucha Brothers. 80 for Yota Tsuji and Shingo Takagi against Hiromu and Ryu Lee. As Hiromu pinning Shingo with a time bomb. Nice win for Ryu Lee and Hiromu. It's a 78 for the Kingdom of Torture in the Monstars. As Jay White pinning Keith Lee there with a Blade Runner in 2018. Keith Lee and Dijak did pretty well. Almost outperformed him, but Jay White's 74 helped him out a lot. 86 for Makabe and Gresham against Coughlin and Juice. Good match here. As Makabe gets the one with the Makabe lock, so he's getting the win there going into the match with Ryu Lee. In our main event, we see Pac win, but at what cost? Well, because a pissed off Walter is Pillmanizing Pac's ankle, trying to take away the explosive energy that, Pac can bring, and coming off the top rope and stuff. It's going to be hard to do that with a bad wheel. And now, we go to the Tag League Finals, and we'll see who will be going to Wrestle Kingdom as the Tag Team Champions. Is it going to be Moxley and Pac choosing their challengers, or will we see a trilogy between them and United Empire? We find out very soon. Alrighty, so the start of the Real World Tag League here, as far as the finals, the final major show of 2027 here, as far as in the sold-out Shiozaka Stadium, as Katsuki Nakajima, Kosai Fujita beating Kyle O'Reilly and Ayala Tamura. Nakajima pinning O'Reilly as a little build-up to the future Intercontinental title matchup, as that will be happening at Wrestle Kingdom. We'll get some more on that on the post-show press conference, as Gavin McGavin and Lee Moriarty of United Empire losing to Daichi Hashimoto and Leona Fujinami, as Fujinami pins. Well, he was supposed to pin Gavin McGavin, so that's just great. We'll have to. We'll probably just have Moriarty beat Fujinami on like a strong taping or something to fix that, because we don't want that. Don't want that. Julia wins a singles matchup here against Toni Storm in 2032. She wins with a diving cross body. Ashley Flair and Becky Knockout Quinn retain their titles, though, against the Saletta Athena team. The Hard Knocks for Becky Knockout Quinn over Saletta's their second successful defense there. Becky best girl in the match, really no surprise there. 93 for the Lucha Brothers against the Kingdom of Torture. What a win for the Kingdom of Torture, though, to get their win back over Ray Phoenix and Pentagon Jr. as Jay White was the Blade Runner over Pentagon Jr. That's also their second defense of their New Japan Strong Openweight Tag Team titles. And plus, they're the Never Openweight 6-man champs with Nakamura. As the Velocities have beaten Robbie Eagles and Dante Martin, as Jude London submitting Dante Martin during the matchup, as we also see Sonata attack the Velocities, or attack for the Velocities, as that is huge. Huge, 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 as Sonata has screwed over one of Tyler Black's stablemates, or two of their stablemates, rather, as Jude London and Paris de Silva, again, the junior heavyweight tag team champions. Massive at a 99, wow, for Ryu Lee and Makabe here, as Ryu Lee gets the win in his successful defense there, his fourth one of his New Japan Strong Openweight title. In our main event, as Pac has to, try and do the best he can. He's got it taped up. He's, you can see kind of like a bit of a, I wouldn't say it's like a mini cast, but it's definitely like, kind of the ankle braces that he's got. He's got one on his ankle, and he's trying to tough it out, but it's definitely a bit of a disadvantage. And they do not come out on top as Walter ends up winning, getting the pin over Pac as well in 22:47. Basically, Moxley tries his best to try and go at it 1-on-2. Desperately, Pac he's wanting revenge, though, and Moxley's trying to do this all by himself, but Pac finally blind tags himself in when he gets the chance, and he looks like he's a bit of a house of fire going in there, and he's doing well. I think the adrenaline's pumping, but eventually the pain starts to be a little bit unbearable for him, and just Volter and Zack Sabre Jr., especially Zack and Volter, they start targeting that ankle, and they know that it's compromised. So it's just your kind of traditional kind of storytelling of the fiery baby faces that are not trying to let these dastardly heels who have cheated before this matchup get the win. But unfortunately for them, they do in fact win for the first time the New Japan Tag League, and that will be the tag team title matchup for Wrestle Kingdom. Will be this matchup again. We'll see how they do. As far as post-show press conference, we see a distraught Makabe, but a delated Walter and Zack Sabre Jr., though. Now they're looking to finish what they started at Wrestle Kingdom and win the tag team titles yet again. For Katsuhiko Nakajima, talks about for Hiro Tamura how it's crazy that they're only 8 years apart, and that's how long Tamura's been working in this business, whereas Katsuhiko Nakajima, this is 23 years he's been involved in professional wrestling. He has been in wrestling longer than some of the guys on the roster, some of the young lions that have been a part of the roster, and he's not even 40 years old yet. And he's won belts in Japan for years and years, but he has yet to win here in New Japan a singles title. He says it's all going to change at Wrestle Kingdom. He's going to be the Intercontinental Champion. So that is a huge get, if that is in fact what happens for Diamond Gay. But for Hiro Tamura, though, he's looking to beat somebody like Katsuhiko Nakajima, another feather in the cap for him. Come Wrestle Kingdom now. The post-show press conference is Ryu Lee. They're talking about the matchup, how him and Makabe, absolute classic. Of course, we saw the 99 rating. But that gets interrupted by Will Hobbs, who attacks him from behind, lays him out, and holds up the New Japan Strong Openweight title and says, I'm going to get one of these Openweight titles one way or another. Of course, we saw him come short for the for the Intercontinental title, but he's not done yet. He wants that third belt, and he's going to get it come Wrestle Kingdom, as he is challenging Ryu Lee by the looks of it for Wrestle Kingdom. So we will have Never Overweight Champ versus New Japan Strong Overweight Champion at Wrestle Kingdom with Will Hobbs and Ryu Lee. Bit of a David and Goliath matchup there as well. So we're already adding more matches to Wrestle Kingdom. Obviously, we're just a week away. Sooner rather than later, we had to do this. But yeah, we have new Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. Of course, we see United Empire have won the Tag League. And man, oh man, we've done it. We've made it through another year. And it is now time for Wrestle Kingdom. We have made it to the end. Unreal that we had, as far as really a pretty crazy year. Now we're in it and out. We had a lot of first. President Tanahashi's first year. It's not his first full year, but he kind of joined, as far as president, a little, almost full year, but not quite. We're seeing a triple threat in the main event of Wrestle Kingdom for the first time ever. We, as far as almost, so the U.S. title not going to be on the line, obviously, with Will Hobbs being the U.S. champ, so that's kind of shocking, but the Never Openweight title will be on the line at Wrestle Kingdom. In a Continental title match, of course, Ayala Tamura and Konosuke Takeshita and Katsuhiko Nakajima. Lee Moriarty looking to beat, the defending champion and Daichi Hashimoto for the Junior Heavyweight title. We'll also be seeing, as far as the Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, in Jude London and Paris De Silva, taking on the winners of the Super Junior Tag League in Francesco Akira and Hiro del Airbender. That's going to be a fun one. No New Japan Strong Openweight Tag Team title matchup, as the Dash Show will have the Trios titles, the Never Openweight 6-man Tag Team titles, so no New Japan Strong Openweight Tag Team titles. We're also going to see the IWGP Women's title matchup. Julia looks to defeat Io Shirai as now a full-fledged member of the New Japan roster. We'll see how she does in that affair. Of course, the trilogy matchup with Mox and Pac against Zack Sabre Jr. Volter, as they're looking to be the champs for the second time in their careers. And trying to think. Oh, and we obviously the triple threat we already talked about. I think that's all the matches we have booked right now. We might add a couple more by the time we get there. But that is, I think we can actually look. I don't think we've added the Junior Heavyweight Tag Team title matchup. Yeah, we haven't. Oh, no, we have. Okay, so yeah, we are at 7 there. As, yeah, we'll probably, usually we like to do 10 matches. I don't know if we're going to do that this time around. Pretty sure we did 10 for Wrestle Kingdom 21. Yeah. Oh, no, we did 9. Yeah, we might do 9. That way. Oh, yeah, we'll also have the Rumble, of course. Yeah, we'll have the Rumble there as well. Don't want to forget about that. Juice and Tanahashi have the grudge match and the women's title match up there. A lot going on. A lot going on, for sure. As Will Hobbs looking to be successful like he was last year. United Empire looking to gain back the tag team titles as they walked into Wrestle Kingdom 21 as the tag champs. And it's kind of crazy. Hiromu and Konosuke Takeshita, they main evented Wrestle Kingdom 21. Right now, they are not on the card. So that is pretty shocking. But that's the way she goes. So that will do it, though, for this episode. Thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone.